Hi, I'm Nikki.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Jamie.
And this is America's Ass is a Galcast. Hey, we're back.
Hey.
All right. So where did we leave off?
We left off, Alexei was at the Russian prison getting a mail call, and he received a toy red guardian doll, which had an earpiece concealed in it.
All right.
So we are at the prison. Natasha tells him how to escape the prison, where at this point other inmates try to escape as well. Natasha does a bungee down to the prison and does her superhero landing that Yelena calls her a poser and fights off guards. At this point, Yelena is controlling the helicopter and also shoots a missile at one of the guard stations because they're shooting at her. So she shoots this big ass missile at them. Which causes an avalanche, and they barely make it out. But the Yelena mentions that this would be a cool way to die.
Right.
I'm like, okay, sure.
Like, that's not what we want to talk about right now. Yeah.
I always thought gulag was like a nasty hot drink to keep you warm and like what you would drink in Russia if you were sick. Turns out a gulag is a prison. Never knew that. And I've seen Muppets Most Wanted with one Tom Hiddleston performing in a gulag.
Is it actually him?
Yeah, it's Tom Hiddleston. He's in Muppets Most Wanted. It's him.
I need to see this now. Okay. Because now with the TikToks have transferred me over to sending me all of Tom Hiddleston spam that used to be Bucky and Sebastian Stan. Now it's Tom Hiddleston.
You know,
the algorithm.
The algorithm. I love on the TikToks mother-in-law stories. My mother-in-law is beautiful. She's wonderful. I couldn't ask for a better mother-in-law, but damn, I love listening to family drama. And I get a lot of those on my TikToks. I get a lot of those, and I get a lot of custody drama. Love that. Oh, bad horror nightmares next door, that kind of stuff. Oh man, I have none of this.
Veered off to that yet.
All right, sorry.
I'm still on like thirst trap TikToks.
Exactly. I was just gonna say,
here's the thing.
Thirst traps. So
you need to start sending me the thirst traps because I have swayed off of it. I love the thirst traps.
I will send them to you.
Send them
Absolutely.
to me so I can get my algorithm back on track.
I will.
For sure. So while in the helicopter, Alexei thanks the girls for rescuing him and tells them that was fun. They're giving him attitude during this, and he asks if it's their time of the month. Yelena says, no uterus, dipshit.
Time out.
Explains.
Number one, nobody under any circumstance ever, there is no reason to ever say that to any woman ever. Any men who are listening.
Mm-hmm.
More than half of our listeners are men. We are telling you now.
Save yourself. Don't
save
do
yourself.
It.
Don't ever ask if we're on the rag, if it's that time of the month. Just don't.
Because if you thought we were pissy before that question, just wait until after.
It's going to be 10 times worse.
10 times worse. Go ahead. I am so sorry, but it has to be.
No, you're fine.
Oh my God, it pissed me off that he said that. I was like, man.
Yeah. But I love how she's like, no uterus, dipshit, and explains how everyone has to have an involuntary hysterectomy in the red room.
It's terrible.
And he's like, ew, I don't want to talk about it. And she's like, well, I was just going to talk about fallopian tubes. I was just getting there, because she's like, you got to chop them up. They just go in there and go chip, 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 chop.
We shouldn't be laughing, but I mean, it was funny. The presentation was funny, I guess.
Exactly.
Not the content, right?
I just kind of like when guys get grossed out by that.
Did you know that the pill was invented? You know, Margaret Sanger, right?
Mm-hmm.
She, the pill was invented for sterilization, so people in Puerto Rico wouldn't have any more kids. She was
really?
Wait, yes. Here we hail. I just learned this the other day. We hail Margaret Sanger as, you know, for like, she's like the saint of all women, right? For pushing the pill. Turns out she was a eugenicist, right? Is that how you say it? A eugenist? A eugenist.
Well, I'll be.
Yeah. She wanted Puerto Ricans to stop having babies. Like, straight up. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. Just like that time I learned that Teddy Roosevelt was a massive racist after I had him fucking tattooed on my body. I was like, what the fuck? Thank God he redeemed himself later in life. And he's like, no, I have surely changed my opinions on people of color. Thank God he redeemed himself. Oh my gosh. Nothing's worse than somebody you look up to and realizing that they're really deep down a piece of shit.
Yeah, absolutely. All
right, sorry. Go ahead.
Smack in the face.
You didn't know that. Otherwise, you willingly would have gotten a tattoo of a blatant racist.
Right.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah.
It's not like you did it on purpose and be like, yes, he's like that. That's why I'm going to do this.
Right.
So the girls want Alexei to show them where the red room is and how to get there. He tells them he was only the muscle, but Melina was the brains and she would know where the red room is. And like I was saying before, you know, we just love the trio's banter during all of this is priceless. Because Alexei's kind of like a dork and can't really articulate what he wants to say, and it just obviously comes out wrong.
He is the epitome of toxic masculinity, is what it is.
Yeah,
I mean, he truly is. He's like every male boomer you've ever met. Well, no, not your dads.
Most.
Your dads aren't like that. Most, yeah. Like our dads aren't like that. I don't think.
I don't
think they're like that, but
no,
there are plenty.
So when the helicopter runs out of gas, they walk the rest of the journey.
I hate that word.
Put it in there on purpose. To St. Petersburg. As they approach Melina's house, she is guiding pigs through an outdoor maze. And she is astonished to see the trio she once called family.
Aww.
The women are, so inside, the women are sitting around the table as Alexei is putting on his red guardian suit.
Trying to.
He's like sucking it in and trying to squeeze into it and comes out. And he's like, it still fits. So they're sitting around the table. And
let me tell you. When we go to C2E2, if we're able to go to C2E2, let's hope we can in December. When we go, how many
Red Guardian suits are there going to be?
Oh my God, yes.
Yep.
Right?
And Black Widow. Yep.
Oh my God, there's going to be so many.
Yes.
Before we get to that next scene, I just want to note that like while they're walking, he makes note that he's pretty much like proud of both of them, saying like that they must have killed so many people. You know, your ledgers must be dripping, just gushing red.
Is the opposite of what Natasha wants.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, and to him that's such a great thing.
Right. But and Natasha's like, I'm trying to clean it.
Right. To her being part of the Avengers and being a superhero is trying to like atone for all of the red in her ledger.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And then I do like the one part where, you know, he's hugging them and then Natasha leaves and he's still hugging Yelena. And she was like, no, you smell bad. Get away from me. I just love her little lines over there.
She's so blatant, you know, she's
Yeah.
so blunt.
She is like, get away from me, you stink.
Yeah.
So when they're sitting all around the table, it's the same way that they did when they were younger. Natasha's on one side, Alexi's at the head of the table, then next to him is Melina, and then Yelena. And everyone is talking and trying to eat, but Natasha wants to get a plan figured out for Melina to show them where the red room is. And Melina shows them on her pig, Alexi, which she named after Alexi. He's like, you named the pig after me? What? Well, there's some resemblance there. She shows them on the pig what they were in Ohio to achieve. It was all a front for the Hydra scientists. Well, SHIELD, but it was Hydra. In conjunction with the Winter Soldier Project. Ooh. They were to dissect and deconstruct the human brain to create the only cellular blueprint of the basal ganglia, which is the hub for cognition. They didn't steal weaponry or technology. They stole the key to unlocking free will, meaning whatever the subject is told, it has to obey.
Ugh. So, do you think that has anything to do with like the multiverse? Free will?
Maybe.
The TVA?
Yeah. Could be. And we find out there are agents, like the widow agents, are planted all over the world. They talk about how the 3 years they were together was all a ruse. And this deeply upsets Yelena because to her it wasn't. Right. She tells them that she was one of the subjects that were subdued and storms off, and Alexi follows her.
Yeah.
While Yelena and Alexi are talking, Melina explains to Natasha that she wasn't abandoned by her mother and father as a baby, as she had thought, but was selected by a program that took her based on her genetics, and Dracoff paid off her family. But because her mother was so relentless in finding her, he had to have her killed. Which, I mean, she finally realizes like she wasn't garbage. She wasn't, thrown away like trash that she thought. I mean, she actually did have a family, but Dracoff pretty much took her away from them.
Yeah.
As the women are talking about their past and how they got to be themselves, I still don't know if I could trust Melina during this. And then, of course, she says that she alerted the Red Room and they're going to be there any minute. Yelena and Alexi are in the middle of their father-daughter talk, and he ends up getting to her by singing terribly American Pie. As he does this, a bright light shines in the room and then proceeds to get shot by a dozen or so tranquilizer darts.
Before we move on, I have a few tidbits. Okay. So when Melina opens up her closet, did we get there? Yeah, she's already okay. When Melina opens up the secret closet full of weapons, you can spot what looks like Iron Maiden's mask in the comic books. And in the comic books, Melina was Iron Maiden. And then, and then Yelena makes fun of Alexi and calls him Crimson Dynamo when he comes out with his costume on.
Yes.
And in the comics, one version of the Crimson Dynamo was part of the Winter Guard, which is Russia's version of the Avengers. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was like, which also included Red Guardian and Ursa Major.
And then another little tidbit off of the mask of Iron Maiden. In the comics, Iron Maiden often fights Black Widow.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. The taskmaster is there to take the group to the red room, but everyone but Melina is sedated. While in the jet, the Red Guardian wakes up long enough to see Melina flying the jet and realizes that they are still gaining altitude. And we find out that the Red Room is miles above the Earth.
Mhm.
And this is how he's been able to be on top of everything all of these years, like literally on top of everything.
Moonraker. The bad guy was in the sky too.
There you go.
Telling ya.
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing.
So once they're inside the Red Room, Melina goes to Dreykov's office, and Yelena is taken to a procedure room to cut out her brain and identify the weakness. And to her, this is a much less cool way to die. Alexi, yeah, she's like, this is less cool. She thought being buried in an avalanche would have been
Be cool.
cooler.
Yeah.
Alexi and Natasha are both in separate glass cells next to each other. Dreykov is talking to Melina in his office about wanting Natasha to become under his control. All the power that he would have to have an Avenger under his control is like his ultimate goal.
God,
He
what a
reveals
dick.
that he knows that Melina is not really Melina. And once again, the masking that was used in Winter Soldier and in Falcon and Winter Soldier
Mhm.
reveals that Natasha has been posing as Melina the whole time.
Yep.
Bam.
Oh, man.
Get it.
Get it.
Ow. Ow.
Ow.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
You know what? We
Boom, 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 boom.
we watch so much TikTok. Why don't we have a TikTok?
I don't know.
I don't
We
know how
need
to
to
make,
get a TikTok.
I don't
how
know.
to
Yeah,
make
I don't got-
TikToks. I just
I
watch
don't know how
them.
to do all that.
Me
Like people
neither.
say, oh, it just took me like 3 hours to make this like 30
Yeah,
second video.
Bitch, I don't have 3 hours.
Exactly. I
I'm
don't
lucky
got
I
time for that.
shower.
Right.
Jesus.
We're doing this instead. Okay.
I'm lucky I shower.
Yeah, you get this. This is what you
man.
get.
We have no time for TikToks because we're too busy not taking showers.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
There we go.
Right. And having lives, and you get a podcast. That's what you get instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
You get to hear us bitching and talking about.
Hey, we're on Facebook and
scraps.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Facebook and
Yes.
Instagram.
Exactly.
Check us out. You can email us
America's
at
Asses.
America's Asses.
Galcast@gmail.com.
There you go. So Alexi is trying to talk to Natasha through the cells when the doors open and he falls out of the cell. Natasha says that she designed the cells herself, and that is when Alexi finds out that Natasha is actually Melina, and Melina uses an earpiece to talk to Yelena,
Mhm.
and Alexi thinks he has an earpiece, but he doesn't, and it's really funny because he doesn't understand why, because he's like, hold on, let me talk to her, and then he's like, I can't hear you. Yeah, because you don't have anything in your ear, doofus. We find out that there was only one set of earpieces, and Melina and Natasha devised a plan before they were taken to the Red Room. Yelena is informed that she has a knife in her hip pocket and is able to escape so she can expose the antidote to the widows.
Mhm.
Natasha now wants to know if Dreykov feels anything, especially when she killed his daughter. He then reveals that Taskmaster is his daughter, Antonia.
Dun, dun, dun.
Now, what did you say? You said it was Anthony, right?
Yeah,
In the comics? So
Anthony.
So it's Antonia. Okay.
yeah.
So now it's a girl instead of a guy. That
So
was
let
the
me tell
other
you.
difference.
Speaking of the TikToks and internet in general, The cool guys, like the guys that we know, the guys that we associate with, love this movie because we are good judges of character, right, ladies?
I'd say so.
There are some men on the internet that are like, you know, Taskmaster was just a terrible villain. They really didn't. It was nothing like in the comics, blah, blah, blah. This movie sucked because Taskmaster was just a terrible villain.
It wasn't about the villain, stupid.
Hello,
Right.
Taskmaster is not a villain in this movie. Taskmaster is a victim, dick nut.
Right.
Oh
Cool.
my God. Some of these
And that's
people.
not what the movie is about either.
No. No. Oh my God, these people. I just want to like reach through the monitor and
And
smack them.
strangle them.
Yes. Oh my God, they just drive me crazy and they say
Absolutely.
such ignorant shit. Oh, God, sorry. I had a vent.
No, you're fine.
But they were basically pissed off because
Stupid.
Taskmaster was a girl.
Get over it.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
So Dracoff says he had to put a chip in his daughter's neck after the bombing, and you could also see that her face was badly burned. He now says that his daughter is his greatest weapon. Natasha wants to kill Dracoff at this point, but is unable to because of the
Pheromone?
pheromonal lock. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is one of the ways that he's controlling the widows. During this time, Milena is hacking the computers, and Alexei and Taskmaster are fighting. And Antonia uses claws, just like the Black Panther. And he's like,
Yeah.
and Alexei's like, he like goes to do the same thing, and he's like, crap, I can't do that. Yelena escapes from the air vents and jumps down and lands like Black Widow has done, but when she gets up, she's like, "Oh, that was disgusting."
That's right. The superhero
She's like
pose.
such a poser. Yeah. Ugh. She
Like
like
I can't
cringes.
believe I did it.
Yeah, exactly. I hated that feeling. Ugh, never doing that again. And she fights her way to the widows. Back to Natasha and Dracoff. She is antagonizing him, and he explains how he controls everything. He gets aggravated and starts punching her, but to her, he wasn't able to do the trick, and Natasha breaks her own nose so she can sever the nerve so she won't have to be controlled by him anymore.
Holy shit.
Badass bitch.
Like that
I was
was
like,
bad ass. Oh,
That was,
my
but that's
God.
also like, oh,
Have you ever
just like
broken
with
your
the-
nose?
No.
Oh my God. I played
I don't
baseball
plan
and
to.
hockey. Well, I played baseball and hockey. I broke my nose 3 times. But it hurts like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I bet.
I
hurts.
would imagine.
But it's not the kind of hurt that's debilitating though. Like it's that different hurt. It's that stub your toe hurt, but for an extended period of time.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. So like, you know how that excruciating pain of stubbing your toe, you're like, yay!
Yes.
It's like that for like an hour. So like you're not debilitated. It's not like breaking a bone or like an appendicitis, you know, or even a kidney stone. It's not like that.
It's not constant.
No. Oh, it throbs. No, you can feel
Right.
your heartbeat in your nose. Like you can, yeah.
No
But
thanks.
you can still go about, like, technically you can still go about
Oh,
doing
for
your
sure.
shit with your broken nose, you know, is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah. Oh,
So, like,
absolutely. It's not going to stop her from doing anything.
no, it's not going to stop her. I do have a tidbit about this whole rigmarole with the broken nose.
Go for
So-
it. Maybe
go
it's
for
the same.
Oh, you go for it. It is the same. Go for it. I bet you it's the same.
So his pheromone trick is directly pulled from the Black Widow comic series from 2004. And in the comics, the Red Room creates the pheromones, and Natasha breaks her own nose in order to stop being controlled by it, just like she
Yep.
did in the movie.
Yeah. Gee, word for word. I wonder what website you got your information from. Probably.
BuzzFeed.
Yeah, me too.
What was it?
BuzzFeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love BuzzFeed.
We
Yes.
sure do. They're great.
That
So-
Nerdist. I love Nerdist too.
Oh, yeah, I
Yes.
have that too.
Mhm.
So after she breaks her nose, the alarms go off and the widows escape as Natasha and Dreykov fight. Melina kills one of the engines as Yelena searches for the widows, all while the Red Guardian is getting his ass kicked by Taskmaster. The widows come into the office as Nat and Dreykov are fighting. He gets away as they ascend on her, and just as they're going around like beating her up, like literally like going in a circle and each person's like beating her up,
Yeah.
Yelena drops a bomb of the antidote that lands on all of the widows and wakes them up.
Another badass move.
Yep. And Natasha
Man.
tells them to get as far away as possible, and they are able to make their own choices now.
Oh my God. Such a good movie.
As the floating fortress is barely staying in the air, they are all trying to escape before Dreykov can. And while he is amongst his soldiers, he realizes that he no longer has his ring to control the worldwide widows.
Oh boy.
Natasha uses it to disarm all of them, but not before putting her nose back in place.
Oh, now that's the part that hurts
Ugh.
like worse than actually
Yeah.
breaking your nose. I've only
Usually
had
they do it without you knowing. Like,
well, oh no,
you're not,
honey.
well, I mean, knowing, but it's like, okay, 1, 2, and then they do it before 3. She's doing it herself.
Oh man. Oh my God. I don't
No,
know how
thanks.
anybody could do anything to themselves. Like tattoo artists, some of them tattoo themselves. I cannot,
Mhm.
I can't tickle myself. Like I can't do it. Like
I don't think you're meant to tickle yourself because you know what's happening.
true. You're right. But like I would not be able to set my own nose.
No, definitely
Oh,
not.
and that hurts worse than breaking your nose. Oh,
No,
go
thanks.
ahead.
I'm good. I'm glad I don't know what that is.
See, I grew up with too many balls flying at my face.
No,
That's why you're so used to it now.
right. But
This is why we're friends.
I love it.
I set it up and you take a swing and there's the home run, baby.
there you go.
Exactly.
So the fortress is severely blowing up at this point as Melina and Alexei get a jet to try and escape and rescue their pseudo daughters. Natasha goes to let out Antonia from the enclosed prison that Alexei had put her in. Just as she does, another bomb explodes. Yelena is able to jump onto the jet that Dreykov and his army are in and uses her electric batons to kill the engine and blow up the plane, finally killing Dreykov.
I had
And
to watch
you-
this a few times because I got so confused. The
Because the
action
editing-
shots.
Yeah, the action and the editing was really bad. Like you could totally tell this was fake. Like their green screen or whatever at this point, like they needed to like clean that up. It just
Yeah,
was too
it was-
choppy.
it was very choppy.
Mhm. So Yelena gets thrown from the blast, and Nat dives through the sky to catch her and straps a parachute on her. And Taskmaster is still after them, even while they're flying through the air. So like all of this is happening midair.
Like in Moonraker. Again. Like in Moonraker. That's another movie you guys should see. Have you ever
Put it
seen
on
it?
the list.
The fucking
Put it on the
list.
list.
Oh, I have a working list. Shall we go
Okay.
to it really
No.
quickly? Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Here we go. My working list. Where are you?
This is like no.
No, because I know it's gonna get longer.
I finally put Twin Peaks on there too. Have you guys ever seen Twin Peaks?
No.
Masterpiece. A true masterpiece. I am putting all James Bond movies.
Like 50 of them?
I don't know. But yeah.
Bitch, who has time for that?
Right? See, that's why I said I don't want to listen to the list. Because it's going to get longer and longer. And look,
Right.
you just added 32 names.
I just put
32
all
movies.
James Bond movies. You could get to those. Those could be like fillers in between getting, Doctor Who and Blade Runner and Lovecraft Country and Twin Peaks. And I added BuzzFeed Unsolved on YouTube, all of the true crime and all of the paranormal. You guys will love it.
Lord.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
I love it.
Hey, I watched all of Virgin River, all 3 seasons in like 4 days for you.
That was
because
30
why? Because I love you too. That's why.
Okay,
We
but
love
that
you
was
too.
only
That's why we told you about Virgin River.
right, but that was only 30 episodes at 45 minutes each. That
Okay.
you knocked out in like 4 days.
Okay. And you
Because-
can knock out Lovecraft Country on one Sunday.
Okay.
It's really
That
good.
that I could do.
It's really,
that-
really good. I'm rewatching
That
it now.
sounds doable.
It's super good.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So
All
the
right,
rest of the-
I'll delete. I will delete James Bond, all James Bond movies. I will just put down
just put down this one. whatever this one
Moonraker.
was.
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
Moonraker, and then you have to watch Goldfinger,
Okay.
and you have to watch what's another one? Doctor No, the first one, Doctor No. Okay, those are the 3. I'm just gonna put 3. Those are my 3 favorite. Well, Moonraker is definitely not my favorite, but it's what's being referred to in this movie. So, all right, I added it to the list.
Okay.
All right.
So the rest of the fortress falls to the ground as Nat finds Yelena. Alexei and Melina also join them, and you could clearly tell that she's hurt. Natasha tells them to get away as Secretary Ross and his agents descend on the crash site. Natasha says that she has to get the Avengers back together, and Yelena gives her her vest.
Aww.
Yelena should be the one to tell the widows that they are free, and Melina can recreate the anecdote
Yeah.
since they just used all of it on the widows that were there.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't there
and-
like one vial left?
Yeah, and I think that was so she could recreate it.
Oh, okay. I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Yeah, I think she give it to her to like recreate it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm
The
sorry. I was
rest of
too
the
busy editing my list.
It's okay. The rest of the widows show up, and Yelena, Melina, Alexei, and Antonia go with them. And Natasha whistles to Yelena as she leaves, just like they did when they were girls.
Oh.
Nat escapes.
I don't know if that's it, but it sounded good.
It
I
sounded
can't whistle.
worked for me. Nat escapes as Ross and his gang approach, and we cut to 2 weeks later, and we see her with her short blonde hair and vest talking to Mason as he the jet he had promised her so she can break out Sam and the rest of Team Cap at the raft prison with Steve.
Mhm.
She then flies off into the sunset, and we see the lightning bugs that she saw
Oh.
when she was a kid.
Oh.
But did you also notice that? So this is the last time we see her, and she's walking away.
Mhm.
And when we first saw her in Iron Man 2, she was walking toward us.
Oh.
So like she's like coming, and then now that she's leaving, we see her walking away.
Oh.
I thought the next time we see her, though, would be in Infinity War.
Well, Endgame.
No.
Endgame.
No.
When she-
What are you guys?
This is set
Debating.
place.
This is between. Well, I'm just saying in the last time, like we see a movie with
Her? Yeah. Yeah.
with
yeah.
her
Right,
is what
but
I meant.
Chronologically, this is set up to be
Oh, yeah.
Between Infinity War
That-
and And,
right. So like the next time we see her in Infinity
Right.
War, she's already has the blonde hair.
right. But
Right.
I'm just saying when we
Oh,
see
okay.
in the first movie we see her, and then this is the last movie.
Yeah, I got
Like-
you. I got
yeah. Like she's coming, and then now she's going.
I got you. I got you.
And
I
this
thought you
is-
That's what I meant.
never mind.
And this is definitely her last Marvel movie, especially after suing Disney. Am I
Right.
right? Plus,
Exactly.
she's pregnant. She's like, I want babies. And
Right.
I held off having babies till I was done doing this. So I'm having babies.
well,
I'm
she
not doing
did
this.
have one during was it Civil War?
Did she?
Was she pregnant in Civil War, I think?
I don't know.
Or was it Ultron? It might have been Ultron. One of those. I know they had to like hide it.
But yeah, so she.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just saying that it was just that was a lovely little tidbit that you just gave us there.
Yeah. Bonus scene, post credits.
You know what? I think that this.
Are we gonna wait? Are we gonna?
No, I think we need to end this episode here, and then we'll do
Okay.
post credits and everything next week. What do you say? Does that sound good?
Sounds
Okay.
good.
What do you got for us, Liz?
Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and Anchor. And we are also on Facebook and Instagram.
And there's one other thing that you could do. You could like us,
Love us,
Follow us
rate us,
review us.
and subscribe to us.
and there's one more thing. I love you.
Love you.
I love you.
3,000.
Yay!
That was really good. At least you showered. Look at me. I didn't even get to shower today. I have to
I
prepare
have to shower
for
later.
I had to make like 4 batches of brownies today.
Are they special brownies?
No, I wish. Although I did talk to the guy at the head shop about an infuser and how you can infuse. No joke. You can infuse like regular stuff like olive oil, stuff like that with the devil's lettuce, and I can theoretically give my mother something that she does not taste like the devil's lettuce, but yet will calm her shit down.
I love it.
But in
That's pretty awesome.
in some areas, we call that a felony. So I would have to tell her before I do it. But it's like he tried to sell me this like $100 or $150 machine. I'm like, no. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not paying a couple $100 just to slip my mom some dope, some pot. Like I'll just give her a gummy bear and be like, "Here, mom, take this." That's what I'll do.
Exactly. A lot less work.
A lot less
Same
work.
outcome.
Right. A lot cheaper.
Yeah.
The brownie, a lot cheaper. The brownies are called, we lovingly call them crack brownies because you can't just eat one and you get Jonesin for it. So
Nice.
they're homemade chocolate brownies, and then I do a peanut butter.
Oh, shut up. Stop it.
Wait, you know what? I'm making you these brownies the first time we record together because, darlings,
In my belly.
my loves, let me tell you, these are better than any cake I've ever made. It's like a peanut butter cream cheese center. It's so good. And it's homemade. So it's not like box brownies. And box brownies are good. They're comparable. Way better than a box cake. However, that being said, nothing beats like good old fashioned Hershey's chocolate brownie recipe on the back of the Hershey Cocoa Box. That
sounds wonderful.
Yeah. I'll make some for you. Don't you fret, my love. I used to get monthly pedicures like all the time. And back when I used to have nails before I got anxiety and bit them all off, I used to go every week again, man. Every week I'd get my nails done. And then once a month I'd get my feet done. I went and I
get my feet done every the couple months, but I get my nails done like every 3 weeks. These glow in the dark.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ooh. Does it freak?
So little Big knows if you're rolling over, he knows that a hand is coming to his face.
So
It's
I haven't stayed up late enough to pay attention to how long they glow, but it's like anything. Like if it's exposed to light and then, so I'm sure they don't glow all night long.
Well, still, okay, when you're falling asleep and you
No, I
roll
know what you
over,
I would totally.
he knows it's coming. He can prepare.
What if Nugget gets up in the middle of the night and all he sees are these glowing fingers coming at him? Oh my God, it'd terrorize him.
This has been America's Assist.